From the exhilarating rescue mission in Fear Nothing to the twisted revenge plots in Unfinished Business, here's a list of all the most shocking episodes from FBI. FBI is a heart-pounding drama that dives into the action-packed world of the FBI. The elite unit brings together highly skilled agents who will stop at nothing to uphold their duty, to keep their nation safe. The agents fearlessly race against time to investigate the most sordid cases, ranging from terrorism to murder. Let's explore some of the episodes which kept the audience on the edge of their seats, starting with Season 4, Episode 18, Fear Nothing. Special Agent Jubal's FBI team are tracking a poisonous gas that has fallen into the hands of terrorist Hakeem Abbas, who harbors a deadly grudge against the U.S. government. Special Agents Maggie Bell and O.A. Zidane are on the front lines and are forced to intervene without proper hazmat gear. Maggie and O.A. split up to search a lab, navigating treacherous terrain and even booby traps. Maggie confronts Hakeem, trying to convince him to surrender, but he opts for a violent end, knocking over a canister of toxic gas. As the gas spreads, panic erupts. The automatic safety protocols seal the door behind Maggie, trapping her inside with the gas. O.A. rushes to the scene and manages to shatter the glass door and heroically whisks his partner to safety. At the hospital, they learn that Maggie has suffered exposure to the dangerous gas. In a touching and emotional scene, O.A. sits by an unconscious Maggie, pouring his heart out, pleading with her to pull through as he needs her by his side. In a miraculous moment, unconscious Maggie subtly nods, to O.A.'s immense relief. Another thrilling episode is Unreasonable Doubt, Episode 2, from Season 3. Some kids find the remains of Beatriz Santos tied with wires and weighted down underwater. The state troopers, alarmed by the case, call in the FBI, who make a horrifying discovery. More bodies have been found underwater, of married women reported missing by their husbands. The agents suspect that the women were kidnapped, violated, and murdered, with their wedding rings kept as trophies by the killer. Special Agent Jubal sees a haunting resemblance to an old case in which a man named Corey McMay was arrested. What's more, the victims in both cases were tied up with the same type of barbed wire. As the investigation proceeds, it becomes evident that the suspect is likely an incel, i.e., an individual who blames women for his own struggles with romantic relationships. The suspect's online rants reveal his twisted mindset. The FBI investigates Peter De Leon, whose beliefs align with other incels, making him a prime suspect. Meanwhile, Jubals has doubts about McMay's case, prompting a visit to him in prison. McMay keeps defending his own innocence. Jubal suspects he may have been wrongfully imprisoned. Meanwhile, De Leon confesses to his heinous crimes, saying he was driven by deep-seated hatred towards women. Gross. With this confession, the FBI finally solves the case, and McMay is set free. The crazy twists and turns of this episode are rivaled by Episode 15 of Season 2, titled Legacy. The episode kicks off with the discovery of a long-haul trucker's corpse, whose truck full of dangerous weapons has gone missing. Special Agents Maggie and O.A. investigate tirelessly, leading them to Kevin McGuire, a criminal gang member. However, McGuire is dead. The agents soon find a shipping container that someone had been living in. DNA evidence inside the container leads them to a shocking discovery. Mansour, a supposedly deceased terrorist, is alive. Now the agents must try to prevent an impending attack on American soil. They investigate Daniel Kahn, a victim of a terrorist organization, NIA's recruitment schemes, who cracks and reveals NIA's attack plans. The shocking revelation about Mansour's survival rocks O.A. to the core, leaving him questioning his past, feeling immense guilt. In a breathtaking finale, O.A. gets his redemption as the FBI follows a lead related to a ring melt ceremony at a military college, allowing O.A. to take a crucial shot that finally brings down Mansour. 5 years after the initial failed mission, the determination of the FBI agents is also seen in Season 2's Episode 19, Emotional Rescue. Detective Haley Upton from Chicago PD joins Special Agent O.A. on their first case together, revolving around Aman, a murdered university student. Haley and O.A. discover that Aman, an immigrant, had been bullied on campus and even labeled as a terrorist. The investigation takes them to Aman's university, where they confront Frank, a man who had fought Amon. Haley doesn't hold back, warning Frank to stay away from immigrants. A lead takes them to a suspect's address in the park. They find the suspect's girlfriend, who is arrested after a video shows her at the park with him. Surprisingly, during the interrogation, she receives a text about her father being kidnapped by drug dealers. Haley gains the girlfriend's cooperation, and as time runs out, the team resorts to sending the girlfriend as a pawn to exchange the drugs for her father's safety. The agents swoop in to rescue the father after the exchange, saving everyone in the nick of time. If you found that episode gripping, the bar is raised again in Season 2, Episode 18, American Dreams. The episode starts with Special Agent OA receiving a sinister call. An entire bus of children has gone missing. OA and Maggie rush to the wooded area where the bus was last seen and find a chilling scene. A pile of smashed cell phones, meaning that the kidnapper cut off the kids' ability to communicate with anyone, and the body of the bus driver. Another agent meets with parents at the school, and one parent mentions a green sedan following the bus, but the owner of the car is found innocent. Back at headquarters, a video is recovered from the damaged phones, revealing 2 gunmen boarding the bus. A man seen pumping gas on video is the next suspect. His motive is speculated to be ransom or intent to traffic the kids. Meanwhile, a ransom video comes in, with the gunman demanding a hefty sum of $1 million for the kids' release. As agents head to the ransom drop point, back at headquarters, Jubal deciphers a message, leading to an abandoned amusement park. The agents manage to apprehend the captor, but realize that one kid is missing from the group. As they race to find him, they uncover a disturbing truth. The kid's father paid $1 million for only his child's release, leaving the other 25 kids with the kidnappers. This shocking display of human nature made for an uncomfortable but memorable episode. Another explosive episode is Liar's Poker, Episode 3 of Season 3. The episode opens with a heart-wrenching tragedy. An NYPD officer is shot during a traffic stop. The perpetrator is Antonio Vargas, a cartel leader who the FBI is desperate to catch. A witness calls 911 describing the suspect's vehicle with a bizarre license plate reading KFC. The FBI is quick to track the car to warehouses where Vargas is hiding. They arrest Vargas, but their victory is short-lived as Vargas has a devious backup plan already in motion. Vargas's henchmen kidnap and fit Special Agent Elise with a collar bomb, threatening to detonate it if Vargas isn't released. The team is forced to evacuate the building while they desperately try to find a way to disarm the bomb. However, Vargas remains cunning, demanding his release. The FBI grapples with a difficult decision. Should they release Vargas to save Elise? Elise begins to accept her fate and says her goodbyes to her daughter. But in a daring move, Agent Castile releases Vargas, hoping he'll keep his word and free Elise. Thankfully, Vargas follows through, freeing Elise. Both women survive physically, but Castile faces the consequences of her decision, as she knows she might be fired for letting Vargas walk. Another episode about the danger to FBI agents' lives is Unfinished Business, Episode 9 of Season 4. As Rena and her boyfriend Jubal head to work, an unknown assailant shoots Rena. The FBI are determined to find out who targeted their agent. Despite being told to sit this case out, Jubal refuses to back down, seeking justice. A suspect named Frank Castlewood emerges, an ex-con who was seen following Rena before the shooting. Castlewood is apprehended, revealing he is a hired man, but refuses to reveal the identity of his employer. The FBI then focus on Logan Winters, another ex-con with a shady history of gun smuggling. Winters is elusive and cunning, escaping the agents twice. The investigation takes a darker turn when they find that Castlewood is surveilling multiple agents and their families. Winters' friend McCain reveals that Winters' employer threatened his children's lives, forcing him into the job. The FBI realize that the mastermind behind the attack is Vargas again. Seeking revenge, Vargas hired Winters to target everyone responsible for his arrest, making them feel the same pain he experienced. Brutal. The team managed to defeat Winter's plans, but tragically, Rena is left in a coma from the shooting. Extremely emotional, Jubal considers his vengeance by having Vargas killed in prison. What a nail-biting plot. From the twisted revenge plots in Unfinished Business to the exhilarating rescue mission in Fear Nothing, those were the most shocking FBI episodes ever.